for the first time, for the last time, for the first time and the last time. You're watching a drone fly to the center of a tuba. This is the Mack-Brass 421S double C contrabass tuba. The current price in the fall of 2019 is $2,595. This is a 3/4 size tuba with a graduated bore of .689 to .728 millimeters. You have a choice of 2 bells on this tuba, either a 14.38-inch bell or the 16-inch model you see here. This tuba has 5 valves, 4 piston, and 1 rotary valve. And the piston finger buttons are extra large with a 1.25-inch diameter. It has nickel silver inner and outer slide tubes. This tuba is available from Tom or Jody McGrady at Mack-Brass.com.
This is the Mack-Brass 421S double C tuba, and we're gonna talk about it. Hoo-hoo-hoo! I am Tuba Dylan, king of the tuba, king of the tuba, tuba. If I had to put this horn into a category, I would say that this tuba is agile, hostile, and mobile. By agile, agility, I mean that the small bore on this tuba and the nice kind of poofy bell here allows you to play through the whole range of the instrument with ease. It's very easy to play and takes very little effort to get a decent sound and to play in tune. This tuba is based off of the Yamaha 621 C and F tubas. Really the Yamaha 621 C tuba, and I think it's kind of a combination of the Yamaha 621 C tuba and the Yamaha Roger Bobo Model F, which is a modification of the 621 F tuba, where Roger Bobo added a larger bell on that F tuba and a different type of 5th valve mechanism and I think valve ergonomic mechanism. So this horn's based off of that Yamaha 621 system of tubas. And I just happened to play on a Yamaha F tuba, which was actually my very first video here on YouTube where I played the Star Spangled Banner. Recognize it? You know the guy who made the Donald Trump tuba video? He stole my music.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now let's talk about Twitter.
I'm coming after you. Tuba is coming after Yuba. The Yamaha 621 series F and C tubas were very big hits in the tuba world. Mostly used as all-around everything tubas. Tubas that could play through the whole range with little effort. Cool thing about a horn that has a small bore is you can pop the low notes out pretty easily. This horn's built very well that way. I'm guessing with the smaller bell, they might have even popped a little better, but this horn is not bad at all. can get a pretty good amount of volume on this, surprisingly so. You can gain wisdom here. You can gain deep insights and knowledge of the universe by thinking about the tuba. If you ooh-pah low enough, you can send messages through inner space. Inner space. Let me talk about the fifth valve mechanism. When I opened this tuba, it had a thumb ring in it right here. And if you look carefully, the thumb ring basically was on top of the fifth valve, making it essentially an engineering nightmare where you could not even fit your finger through the thumb ring and activate the fifth valve. Now, Tom McGrady knew that that was a problem and told me about it when I got the horn, and he said, look, take off the ring, try it. That's the way I play it. So I took it off, and I actually think the thumb without the valve ring, the position of the fifth valve, is very comfortable and easy to use with these valves. I really actually like it. So he was right. I really didn't want to take it off because that just felt weird, and I thought, I can't do that. I'm used to having a ring on my thumb when I play. I took it off, played it for a few minutes, and thought, this is pretty agile and comfortable. Tom McGrady says he's sending me another mechanism that's the right one to use, but I don't think I even need it. What I really should do is take this tuba and put it up next to the Yamaha YCB-621 tuba and compare those two in size. And then I could put it up against a 6/4 Yorkbrenner CC tuba that essentially would play the same exact notes as this tuba and see what that looks like as a comparison in size. This horn's got great intonation. It will play in tune. You don't even have to pull the slides. I'm not kidding. It's great. I don't like pulling slides. I'd rather the horn play in tune. I took this horn to my community band rehearsal and it played very, very, very well. It was nimble. It was light. It was comfortable to hold. You still have to flip it around a lot to empty all the spit, but it's like that with any York style piston front action tuba the way this one's built. This tuba is a good value. $2,600. I'm guessing it's going to only be going up because of tariff costs and everything else, but $2,600, like, that's the price of a standard professional trumpet. I'm Tuba Dylan. I'm the king of the tuba. I'm JJ, king of the beeper. When I took the tuba out in the unboxing video, the reason it broke out of the box, I believe, is because the bottom of that box rubbed up against that really rubbery, sticky stuff that Subaru has lining the back of the trunk, and it was a very new car at the time. And when I pushed it back and forth, it kind of caught on it and the tape ripped. So when I pulled it out, it was my fault. I didn't mean to make it look like Mack-Brass actually packs anything that way. And Tom McGrady was very concerned, and he says, that never happens, that never happens. I said, look, it was my fault. I'll do a follow-up video that says it was my fault. So now you know, you watched the unboxing, it was my fault. These tubas come packed well. And by the way, there was no damage on the horn, so who cares, right? No damage. He actually packed it so well that when it fell out, it didn't get damaged. And the case was that good. Good case. It's okay. It's not the best case, but it came with the horn, a cheap horn, like really great price. I don't mean cheap, but great price. This horn's a really great price. Super great price. Great entry-level C-tuba. You want to learn how to play C-tuba and learn how to play everything on the C-tuba and not have to, well, tubas don't really transpose. We just play bass clef, whatever key tuba we play. but really we're transposing. We just trick ourselves into thinking we're not transposing when we play different tubas. Then we don't feel like French horn players or some other kind of player. You don't ever want to feel like a French horn player. There's nothing wrong with this horn. It's a really good bargain. It's not going to win an orchestral edition, but it's not for that. This tuba is for sight reading. It's for playing jazz gigs. It's for the trombone player who wants to double on double C, but doesn't want to play something or carry something around that's too big while also carrying his trombones. It's for the bass player who wants to learn how to play a C tuba for a relatively small price and play a very decent instrument, an instrument they know they're going to get to play the whole range of the instrument and really get a feel for C tuba. I mean, it feels like a C tuba. It doesn't feel like an F tuba, if that makes any sense. Yamaha has had this double C tuba design out for 25 years or something, 30 years maybe, and they never had a fifth valve. I always thought, well, can you get that tuba and put on a fifth valve? That's complicated. So good for them, good for whoever designed it. You know, I can tell what they did here. They took that Yamaha C design and they molded it with the Roger Bobo F solo design. A tuba like this is not going to sound like a big York 6/4 tuba or a Miraphone 4/4 rotary valve tuba. I like the sound. A horn like this has a little bit less of a juicy, floating bell wonder sound that big double C tubas have. I wouldn't say that I would not record with this tuba, but if I wasn't lazy, I would bring a different tuba to record with. $2,600. It's pretty good for $2,600. My other horns play better. But $2,600. $2,600. $2,600. Come on. As with any instrument, when you get a new instrument, especially brass instruments, because it's brass and because it was metal rubbing against metal and getting shined and moved all around in a big factory, they usually come with a certain amount of residue on the inside. So it's good to hose that out, and especially when a horn's new, but really always keep your instrument well lubricated. When it comes to the, let's say what was that? Well, let's look at the build quality of this tuba. It's okay. It's not as good as a Japanese or German instrument. Maybe not even as good as a high quality American instrument. I mean, who knows? Are there still American instruments these days? Not so much, but so here I'm oiling the valves, and here these valve threads are good enough. They They find the thread and they close completely without vibrating. So that's all you can really ask. They're a little bit noisy, but they're not terrible. I mean, I'll tell you what, these Chinese valves are as good or better than the valves were on professional American tubas, you know, 40, 50 years ago. They're breaking in slowly, so you do need a break-in period with a valve system as well. So they are pretty loud. I mean, look, they've got probably, oh no! It's a tiny little tiny little felty felt thing that goes on there. It probably costs very little money to put in there. And it's not great. It's just not great. They're a little bit noisy. I'd love to put some rubber bumpers in there. Rubber baby is that where it comes from? Rubber baby tuba bumpers. Rubber baby tuba bumpers. This horn needs better rubber baby tuba bumpers because the valves are clanky. They're clanky. They're clanky. I don't like the clanky. What?
Playing tuba is the best thing in the universe because see this deluxe sound? I like this tuba because to hear the noise, I know it's really good because it has a deluxe sound. So subscribe to our channel, subscribe to me, subscribe to Dad, subscribe to Mom, subscribe to Lexi, and subscribe to the best girl, JoJo. Please subscribe to Tuba Dylan here on YouTube. We will want everybody to subscribe to our channel. Give us a lot of likes. Thank you for all the things you've done for us. And see you later. Press the red button so it can and press the bell. And I'll see you later.
Tell everyone, we will see you next time. We love you, love God, love your neighbor, and we love you.
We'll see you later. Love God, love us, love you, all by yourself. See you later.
Agile, hostile, and mobile.